and welcome back to my channel. Now today I'm going to be giving a review for the film The Hunger Games, The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. Now this is based on a 2020 novel by author Suzanne Collins of the same name. Now although this is the fifth installment in the Hunger Games series, this is actually a prequel to the Hunger Games series, so it's like it's a prequel to the Hunger Games film series, and it's actually set 64 years before the events of the first film, and it focuses on like a young Coriolanus Snow and the path he took before he became like the leader of Panem. So you get to see like the events of his like early life, because when the film opens you also get to see him as like a very young boy. Like his father was like killed supposedly, like I think in like an explosion or something like that, if I can remember correctly. Then it kind of jumps forward to like you know, the present day of where the film takes place, where you have actor, I think Tom Blythe, I think it is. I think that's how you pronounce his name. He's in the role of Snow. So yeah, that's basically what the film is about, like the early years of the Snow himself, you know, before that first Hunger Games. Like you could say film or you could say novel. Now this film is directed by Francis Lawrence, and there are like other characters I want to touch on that make up the film itself. You have Lucy Graybeard, I think that's how you pronounce her last name, and she's like a female tribute, from District 12, and she actually gets into like a relationship with Coriolanus, I have trouble saying his name, but she gets like into a relationship with him because he becomes like her mentor at the upcoming like 10th Hunger Games, because the film is actually set during like the 10th Hunger Games, and like the ratings for like the Hunger Games and so on, like the viewership has like gone down, so like people don't want to watch the Hunger Games, so they need something to actually get people back into watching like the Hunger Games so they can continue to go on and so on. But Rachel Ziegler, I think that's how you pronounce her name, she plays like the I guess you could say the love interest known as Lucy Gray. Now you also have Viola Davis, and she plays Dr. Gall, and she's actually like the head game maker of the Hunger Games, and she's actually the one who put them together, like implemented them, so she's kind of like in charge of what's going on with them. Now I thought her character was pretty interesting and cool. I thought she was kind of awesome. Then there's also like another major character known as Sejanus Plainf, and he's like a classmate or a childhood friend of Snow. Like they grew up together, like they were like real close. You could tell it's like his best friend. Now he's played by Josh, I think Andres Rivera. So yeah, the film really focuses on like Snow, Lucy Gray, and Sejanus really like heavily. You can tell it's like really revolved around them. But you have like the other characters in the film too as well. Like you have like High Bottom or Casca, I think it's Casca. High Bottom, who's played by Peter Dinklage. You know, he's like the dean of the academy and so on, and like the author of the Hunger Games. He also knew like Snow's father, like his father. You also knew him too as well. It's pretty cool getting like a good look at this particular character too, Coriolanus Snow, because you do get to see how he was really like kind of like a good person. He tried to help and all this kind of stuff like that. So I thought the things he did was kind of awesome. But he did kind of like an edge to him, you know, like he would like do certain things, you know, like kill a person or something like that. I don't want to spoil the film, you know, like to prove a point, but it was actually needed, whatever it was. So I thought all that kind of elements were kind of interesting. Because the first, the film, like the first, I guess it was like more than half of it. I guess it goes to like the second act, like from the first to second act, it deals with like the Hunger Games, how they try to get like the viewership to increase and all that kind of stuff. How he becomes real close to Lucy. You get to see like, the events of like this game that they're having, like set like in this Coliseum type place, and they put explosions in there, and like the people inside that they all at each other, they're trying to kill each other and so on. That part that was kind of tense and cool. They had like the kids trying to, you know, attack and kill each other, like to fight to see who would survive, and then they put snakes in there and all that. I thought that was kind of tense and cool. But then it jumps to this other part because they found out, because it's a spoiler territory, that like Snow had did something. He kind of like cheated. So High Bottom, Peter Dinklage's character, High Bottom, he sends Snow to like this place supposedly for like 20 years, like it's like military type place, you know, where they like hang people and all that kind of stuff. And that's when you know, the film jumps to that part. That's kind of the third act of the film. I thought that was kind of interesting where they took the film to like another location. I was kind of curious how, because he even cut his hair off and everything to like Snow. So I thought all that was kind of cool. But overall, the film did have like some tense moments, and I thought the ending was kind of it felt like it was like left open. You don't know really how it concluded. I guess if you read the novel, I don't know if the novel was like that or not. but it was kind of like something that happened kind of towards the end of the novel. So I don't know, you don't know what happened to these particular characters. You know, did they survive or whatever? You could tell it was kind of leaving it open for like another Hunger Games film, because this is like 64 years before the events of the Hunger Games. You know, the film series like with Jennifer Lawrence. So it is like way before. You can even hear her name throughout the film, like Katniss. I think it was something like plants or something like that. You kept hearing like Katniss and so on. I think it was mean like these plants and so on. I seen all the Hunger Games films, but I was kind of like curious about it. You know, I wasn't really too sure what that was meant. You know, but anyway, I must admit, it's real long too. I enjoyed it. I thought it had like some weak moments, and at times it could be kind of confusing because this film series has such like a big lore, like all like the Panem, like the locations, like the districts and all this, like the Hunger Games. It has like so much lore in it. That's why I must admit it's like drawing my interest. I wouldn't mind going back and watching all the other ones, and this one's before that. Even like the books, you know, I don't mind reading. But in the end, I'm gonna give it a B minus, and I thought it was a pretty solid entry. You know, I enjoyed it. I thought it did have like some dull moments. You know, it was like kind of slow paced at times, but I thought it was still pretty cool, and it's like make me want to get a better look at the Hunger Games. I'm not going to, lie about that. But anyway, I'm giving this a B minus. Please leave a comment and subscribe too as well.